Libra, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-September. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. How are you all? I'm reading for you on a gorgeous Saturday. It is a crisp autumn morning or late summer, early autumn morning. It feels like autumn because it's cooler out and sunny. So I just wanted to wish you a happy weekend, those of you tuning in over the next few days. So I'm going to read for you something that I found on social media a few days ago about the 999 portal and how it applies to the Libra collective. Let's get into this because we have been really transforming as an energetic state, right? All of us called here today. It is a moment to acknowledge and honor and be grateful for the changes that you have gone through since 2016. Let's read this. By Moon Omens. Dear Libra, the 999 portal closes a 9-year collective cycle. For you, cycles of people-pleasing, indecision, and relationships that dim your light now dissolve, creating space for balance, truth, and authentic connection. Yes, old patterns of giving too much or silencing your needs fall away. The universe invites you to honor your voice, to choose partnerships that uplift, and to walk paths that align with your inner peace. Walk forward, knowing that your choices from now on can and will create balance, and also know that your love can restore harmony, and your soul will always thrive in truth. I kind of changed that, but it does seem like there's a major impact in your self-awareness at this time around what you've collectively stepped out of and what you are now stepping into, right? A brand new 9-year cycle. We will not have another 9-year until 2034. So what is it that you intend to create? Let's look at what's going on, though, for the next couple weeks, all right? Let's break it down to what's happening in the here and now. But it's nice to always see these layers, right? These different levels, dimensional layers of awareness. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Libra. All right. What's going on for Libra for the rest of September, Spirit? What can the Libra collective be aware of? Ooh, beauty. I love it. As we approach, we're going into Libra season in September. So, of course, beauty's going to come out. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Whenever I see this, this is you really seeing life from its pure essence. There's something like almost like, I feel like, and this is 29, number 11, high octave, high energy, high vibrational energy. This card always reminds me of birds because the mask that this person is wearing has a feather type of mask. So there is something taking flight in your self-perception. That's what it is. Because I feel like she is looking in the mirror at their reflection and they're almost shocked by what they see. There could be it's almost like when you start to realize that you are a different person, right? And it dawns on you how much you've been progressing on the path. We have progression. A progression of your own inner radiance with 11 and 7. There's a very strong spiritual frequency coming in at this time and a lot of gratitude. I love it. A lot of the zodiac's getting these cards. I mean, I would say that predominantly these are 2 cards coming out for everyone. So we are living at a time period, closing out this 9-year cycle on the 9-9 portal before we really hit the solar eclipse, where we're in a bit of a void, where we are kind of like reflecting, resting, decluttering for some of you, changing habits, changing routines, planting seeds for the next 9 years. And Spirit is asking us to honor our ancestry, honor our lineage, for we are creating change just by being in our own vibration. And in order to be in your own vibration, it's a matter of you being authentically yourself, being authentic in the way you express yourself and how you live your own truth. So there's this gratitude and acceptance coming in for the progression of you recognizing your own beauty. I love this. And there's an exchange of divine cosmic energy here between you and other people. I feel like there's a lot of support coming your way, both physical and non-physical, and a lot of you walking down a starlit path of growth as you take flight into new realms, okay? Like it also, I feel too, a lot of Libras, we kind of can fall for people who wear masks. And we maybe sometimes in the past 9 years have fallen for what we want to see in a person, but it's not really who they are or how they are operating from their vibrational frequency. And now I do believe that on the path, the more we grow, the more we learn, and the more we can discern. All right. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did. All right. Let's now go into the tarot. Excitingly enough, where are we going? We're going to go with the original tarot. This is my go-to. I love this deck. All right. Let's see where we're at, Libra. Where are things at? I've got my little guide because I want to make sure I get all the categories as I am bouncing a little bit in these mid-monthlies, just kind of going one by one. Let's do the current crossing energy. Libra, what's at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, Empress. And you know what? That's what I was getting here too. Recognizing your own inner beauty. Standing in your frequency, Libra. Right? Harmony restored. Inner and outer harmony. There's a lot of growth for this next 9-year cycle that you're going to witness. And almost, it will shock you. Some of you, it will shock you how much you're going to progress. You're going to be grateful. And look at, there's doves of peace flying here in the exchange of energy. This is, Libra's era of peace, right? If we can we believe that? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Libra's era of peace. Because love is still alive and well. We have the King of Wands crossed by the Queen of Wands. Woo la la. I love that. Boy, that does not come out very often in the current and crossing. Some of you are... the first thing I'm getting is you wanted to be loved. You wanted to be desired. Another thing I read earlier this week was about what Libras truly long for. Or no, is it? I don't know. You come across things on Instagram. You can't quite pinpoint when it hits you, but it landed so beautifully. And Libra's love language is about feeling really seen and valued by their person or people, their people in life, especially romantically. So I do feel that you have a match here. This could be you matching up with your passion, your divine calling, and really being motivated and driven to make it happen. Coming into this reading, you could have been working on that. This could be you glowing up in your vital life force energy, which I see the wand energy being your life force. This is your spiritual path. It's your fire energy. So something has really, it feels like you arrived at a certain frequency in your fire, and there's another energy beside you matching in that fire. Could be somebody you want to work with, somebody that you are falling for or have fallen for over and over again. There's something beautiful unfolding here. Ooh la la. Queen and King of Wands. It's a match. Power couple alert. All right. For some of you met your match. Now, I love seeing that. It's beautiful. Let's go into what you don't see coming. And stop. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Moon, the Queen of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of love coming your way and this opportunity for you to express, right? Express your love from being aligned with your own inner peace. This is deep, deep love and appreciation from an elevated vibrational reality or elevated vibrational stance. This is staying positive, feeling hopeful for what is yet to come. Whenever we have the 3, this is body, mind, and spirit. So something is really, it's almost like you're being fed, you're feeding other energies, but there's something that is coming in for you that it's like almost, this is twofold. On the internal level, you have really changed your core beliefs around self-love and self-appreciation. On the external level, you have really opened up your heart, or you will. Okay, this is what you don't see coming, actually. So I believe that, love is a two-way street. It's expressed, but it's also deeply felt for self. So I love this because it seems that you're going deeper into your heart frequency and you're actually feeling very hopeful and positive, right? I love this. And this lunar eclipse, what it may have actually revealed to you how good things are or will be moving forward in this next 9-year cycle. Okay. I like this. This is balanced energy. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Cups. This is having your fire meet your water energy, and it's balanced. It's almost like I'm seeing, like, you know, when the sun is setting or the sun is rising and it's really bright, and almost like the magic hour, right? Of every day is when the sun rises or the sun sets, I believe. And so it almost feels like there's a lot of magic in that and positivity coming from that type of perception. I feel like your self-perception has changed and your external perception is changing. All right, now let's go into, a lot of you, it's because your heart is being opened, broken open by just life in general lately. Some of you have new love. Let's get the overall general energy. Ooh, the wheel is turning. We have the 9 of Wands, the wheel. Some of you have been working way too hard. Okay, yeah. I love this. This is awesome. Libra, you all are really poised to really appreciate and enjoy your season coming in. This is feeling confident, feeling a little bit worn out, right? So this is a season for the next few weeks, at least I would say we're in mid-September right now. I would say that once we hit Libra season, in about a week, things are going to be picking up speed. But for now, at least for the next week, if you're finding this within 7 days of this reading, really take time to rest. Okay. I do believe that there's been a feeling of being worn thin. It could be by outer circumstances or just needing to slow down. Okay. But I see that there's some really beautiful changes that are coming in or have come in recently. And it's almost like karma's on your side here, Libra. And what karma is teaching you is that you need to take care of your health and basically your body, mind, and spirit. 9 of Wands is an energy of just feeling a little bit worn out. This could be you getting wounded, moving past a wounded state, doing the healing, and this huge change. It's like a shift in the tides. You know, it's interesting. I read more about this. I was at the Hudson River Valley a few weeks ago, and I didn't know what an estuary really was, where it's almost like where the fresh water and the sea meet. And at any given time, it could either be fresh water or salt water. And so I was getting this movement here of you being cleansed, right? And whatever you needed to shift in taking better care of yourself, you're doing it. But I see your confidence and your willpower spiking at this time and riding this like sea of change. And even if like this backup happens from past energies and you're starting to feel triggered or wounded, you have the tools to deal with them, to restore harmony and balance to self. You're going deep. I feel like you're staying positive in an elevated state. And if a wound comes up, you know how to move through it. Okay, let's keep going. I want to now go into the opportunity and the challenge. What's the opportunity? 7 of Wands. Okay. You're going to have some sort of opportunity for you to stand your ground. Okay. But it's a good thing. I think it's needed. I'm not sure what this is concerning. Let's see the challenge. 4 Cups. Okay. This is around a family situation for some of you. They want you to hold the vision. There's something about you and your fire energy. We have strong fire cards here. 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 10 of Cups. This is about holding your vision, about commitment or, family. I mean, 10 of Cups and 4 Wands is family. This is like who you live with or, you know, your blood bonds, your soul family bonds, and something going through a little bit of a challenge. We're going to get to that in a moment. Let's now get into the Animal Guide Oracle to get some direct messages from spirits in the Oracle. This is an Animal Guides Tarot. They want me to take this one. 3 of Cups. Okay. We have hummingbirds. always think of hummingbirds as spirit and bliss and delight. And the Hermit. Okay, so we have Three of Cups with the Hermit. Hummingbird and Firefly. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. And then Firefly. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, so there's a lot of celebration and joy. Some of you are going through a actual honoring an occasion at this time. This could be your birthday, actually, for some of you. And people are gathering and you're feeling celebrated. But it's also a nice time, too, where you're balancing out time socially and also time in solitude. And it's allowing you these periods of solitude to really, amplify your light, right? To connect. I was listening to Elizabeth Gilbert talk about how every morning the first thing she does is she asks, dear God, dear source, whatever higher power you believe in, fill the blank in, what would you have me do today? What would you have me know today? You can change the action word. But I love that because you're actually downloading from your higher self every day the intention. So I think that what I'm seeing overall, Libra, is the second half of September is an opportunity for you to set more of an intention for every day and be more cognizant of how you're expending your energy, where you're putting your focus. I do see, as far as circumstantially, you have an opportunity to really create balance and harmony in your life at this time. You've arrived in this really deep emotional vibration of positivity and deep alignment. Looks like with perhaps a Queen or King of Wands. You're moving forward. There could be some wounds that you're looking at in either one of you, trying to negotiate and evaluate how you're going to approach them. It's almost like you're learning as you go. Let's see why I want to get into why we have this challenge here. Some of you are waiting on a new love opportunity and you are in alignment for it to come in, for you to receive it. And as you mark this new year, right, with your birthday season, a lot of you are coming out of a phase of being on your own and doing deep internal healing, and you're waiting for the wheel to turn. You're waiting for something big to happen, something, amazing to arrive on your path, whether that's a new opportunity in work or travel or a new opportunity in love. So let's now clarify. I want to clarify why the Seven of Wands is here. But I like that. We have, again, this opportunity for you to go within and be a light for others. Ooh, we have the Tower around something you've been waiting a long time on. Knight of Pentacles. Some of you, there's something really, really changing in your life. Let's see the Seven of Wands energy. This is your opportunity for the rest of the month. Ooh, okay, I see. This is you setting healthy boundaries. Now we have the Death. Okay. The Ace of Wands, yeah. It's the end of an era, Libra. Wow. It's like, can you hardly believe it? Like, does this really mean? I think what you're doing is you're protecting your energy from anything that doesn't align with you. Just saying, you know what? It's not in alignment. Why am I going to invest in that? So you're standing your ground. And I think what you're doing is you're creating almost like this force field around you. We have the Death, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. I feel like you're transforming your actual frequency. It's interesting because this morning I go down these rabbit holes and I'm like, I was researching like someone in the spiritual community, don't need to name names, just like sometimes I really sit with different people in their teachings and I'm like, how authentic are they? Are they really resonating from, truth, authenticity, really in the spirit of service, right? Because there's a lot of charlatans out there. And I was really kind of just going to my guides about it. And then I was like, you know how one thought leads to another thought? And I was like, is there a way to measure someone's vibration? I know there's different scales of consciousness, Hawking's, there's different theories around it. But is there like an actual meter, can you measure vibration? I know you can take pictures of auras and all that, but I don't think that there's actually I know you can measure the frequency of plants. I was just curious, like, is there a way to measure a human's frequency? That would be so awesome, wouldn't it? Just to be like, come here a minute, I need to measure your vibration. But why I'm saying this, sorry, I digress, but there's a reason. I'm going to tie it in here. We have the Four of Wands with the Ace of Wands, okay? This is an energy frequency of you trusting and honoring your third eye, right? Trusting in what you see, sense, and it's a rite of passage, this Four of Wands. So what does this mean? This means that you have gone through you have a bullshit meter now. Libras have a bullshit meter that maybe you didn't have 9 years ago. Sorry, I'm sure some of you are laughing, but it's true. And this is called being so closely linked to the downloads of your higher self that you immediately know what's for you and what isn't. I do see a transforming new beginning, and perhaps you really settling down, Libra, some of you, going to through the next milestone. This could be moving in with someone. This could be you going into a new home, wanting change. This could be you completely renovating your home. There's something too around your home changing for the better, right? And it's inspiring you. It's actually lightening up your I'd say some of you, even your chemical load, toxicity load. This could be your emotional load, your physical load. This is basically clearing out what doesn't belong, all right? Whether that's energetic or actual, it's all energetic, but you know what I'm saying. So your opportunity is to continue to protect and safeguard your energy and to honor yourself. I love seeing this. But yeah, Libras aren't messing around anymore. It's almost like, I would say that a Libra who knows who they are doesn't put up with misleading energies, in and out energies, one-sided energies, because you recognize your value and your worth. And you just don't have the time and the patience to deal with people like that anymore, or situations that encourage that type of interaction. And that's what Libras are here to do, to be so strong in your center of self, in your truth, that you have a very strong bullshit meter now, Libra, okay? Four of Cups. It doesn't mean you're not disappointed by people. This is also looking at how you want to choose to see your path, your challenge. We have the Seven of Cups over the Four of Cups with the King of Swords and the Two of Swords. Interesting. I think you're distancing yourself from someone in your life who was cold, or anyone. I'm going to just put this in the category of other. It could be anyone. It could be the collective other that you've navigated for 9 years. Basically, people who are sharp-tongued, who are cold, who are hard to read, that make you feel fearful. And when the minute you get hurt, right, what Libra does is we get sensitive, we feel it. There's an ouch spike. And then what do? Most Libras who haven't learned how to stand in their truth, in their sovereign power, and speak up in that moment and go, oh, what did you mean by that? That's the best, if there's the best antidote to being triggered in any situation is to catch it as it happens. You may have an opportunity, or you have had a lot of opportunity to practice this. So when someone says something that hurts you, even if they're joking, what did you mean by that? And you can say it innocently. You don't have to be like, what the hell did you mean by that? You know what I mean? So there's something that I'm sensing here in your challenge for the rest of the month is that when something comes in, right, you can respond differently. I do see on the external, there is someone around you. Some of you have a lot of options that you're calling in, and you've got to be willing to stand in your truth and integrity here around your dealings with other people. I feel like this is someone around you that's deeply disappointed. They may have treated you like an option, and now they're looking at you from the window pane knowing that you're inaccessible. Okay? Some of you have had to let go of somebody who didn't tell you their truth. They couldn't live in their truth. And that's their lesson, okay? That's their lesson. You don't have to be the one to teach them that lesson. The universe will bring them that. And if they have enough self-awareness, they will learn that on their own. All right, let's keep going. I want to get a frequency. Compassion, yeah. And discernment, ooh la la, and authenticity, so true. Compassion, the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment. And this is the Libra way. Stand by others without judgment. Okay, Libra? And be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through your heart and into the world. A lot of us, we are the ones who should have compassion. In light of everything going on, love is still alive and well, but we must hold that frequency because fear is so strong in our world today. I see the things that are happening and unfolding in real time. And it just makes me double down in amplifying my light and connecting with source. And also holding great compassion because we live in intensity. This is an intense portal that we've been under, where darkness is kicking up a storm, but lightness must hold the frequency, right? So Libra, this is about staying authentic in your discernment, and still all the while holding compassion, which means being in non-judgment. Discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Yeah. Ooh, unhooking, right? From losing yourself in another person, from trying to change anyone. Authenticity. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives with others as well as with ourselves. Yeah. Being, I talked last time, I believe, around an energy audit. I think this is about you holding great compassion in your discernment. And this is how the work is done, right? When you are being triggered or when you're being wounded or when you are short-tempered, it's hold compassion for yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others. Yeah, there's a lot of compassion coming through. And especially it could be around a King of Swords individual who's sitting in regret. All right. I do believe that they are trying to figure out how to approach you. I don't know who this is. They could have heavy air placements. I see you deeply aligned with someone with heavy fire. If this isn't someone with heavy air, they're overthinker. Maybe they overthought, they didn't shoot their shot, or they missed an opportunity. And as far as this being your energy, Libra, I see you in this beautiful, all these aspects of self. So in your heart, you're deepening, you're experiencing your emotions on a more positive level. Your fire is activated, a lot of passion, like smolder, right? Power couple for many of you. And then in your mind and your intellect, I think it's up to you how you want to approach when you do get triggered, right? And you've transformed the way you respond to other people. Oh boy, we've got a lot of noise kicking up outside. All right. Now, where are we at? Let's go into advice from Spirit. I want to clarify the overall general energy too. Oh, just saw the tower poking out. Let's clarify the overall general energy, which was the wheel, the chariot, and the 9 of Wands. Why is this here? Oh, this is when we don't speak our truth. 8 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Swords. Authentic connection. Okay. Destroying the old patterns, right? What did Moon Omen said? Dissolving. Creating space for balance, dissolving cycles of people-pleasing, indecision, and don't go towards relationships that dim your light, Libra, okay? Or giving too much or silencing your needs. Let it fall away, okay? So if you feel like you're about to engage in that again, witness it. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for the other person. King of Swords in reverse. This is someone who isn't standing in their truth and integrity, who doesn't tell the truth. Okay. I feel like this is, like I said, some of you have news coming in from someone who you had a falling out with. This is also you not silencing yourself When Spirit says say something, say something. Okay? But do it with love. All right? I see that there's a lot of opportunities for you to move forward, to stand in your truth and integrity. Some of you are afraid to speak up about something. Or, say, this could be just in the moment. I feel like you're practicing when you get triggered and not, swallowing it. This is actually saying something. And like I said, use that practice. Step 1, recognize someone saying something that hurts you. Don't just laugh it off. Step 2, what did you mean by that? Like really inquire from a very curious place, not an accusatory place. You'd be surprised how people they immediately have to reckon with what they're saying. Because if you immediately go, what did you say that for? Like, I don't deserve that. Like, there's a really nice, I'm getting you might be learning how to practice nonviolent communication. I know that's a very strong word, but it is a field of thought around a step-by-step process in coming from a non-triggered place. So I feel like a lot of you are working on those things with family members, with people in your life, but there's some big changes in how you speak and how you stand up for yourself. And I've honestly been one of those Libras in my past where I would just not say anything and I would swallow it. And then when I did, it was like, So Spirit's definitely encouraging you to not stuff, okay? Because that can make a situation worse, all right? I do see there's a lot of healing. You're wrapping up a cycle where you're really grounded in your truth here. And there's a lot of karmic balance. I think this is the rest period, right? This is the timeout period we need at the end of a long cycle, all right, Libra? Because you're going through a huge, huge process of transformation and change, all right? Some of you have had a new person coming in and now you're like, oh, I didn't know what healthy love was. And now it's like, this is a lot of different kinds of interactions. Still doesn't mean, it's just a skip down, easy street. All right, let's see. Let's go into universal love and then we'll get some advice. Oh, embrace. Oh, how beautiful this is. Look at this couple embracing. Well, let's just show you that. Okay. I don't want to get triggered by the YouTube, bots. So there's something about a warm embrace, maybe a passionate embrace. Some of you are calling in a new level of expression when it comes to your body. We'll put it that way. Let's see. Embrace. A new opportunity is coming your way. To grasp it, you must love, accept, and embrace the many aspects of your personality. You can do this by listing all the things you like and don't like about yourself. Include the qualities you are proud of and those you try to hide, feel uncomfortable about, or are ashamed of. List everything, good or bad, that you think describes you. Look carefully at the list of things you don't like and identify the positives in every negative. Then go through the positive qualities and explore their limitations or negative components. With practice, you will come to realize there are no positives or negatives, as every quality you possess serves a valuable purpose. Accepting and loving all facets of you equally brings wholeness and balance. Through this, you are better able to see and grasp the opportunities life constantly presents. It's really interesting because I have recognized, and maybe that's the ultimate truth of this 9-year cycle, is when you aren't loving different aspects of yourself, you will actually see that mirrored out in the world, in your relationships, in people who will mistreat you or talk down on you, or, basically put you down, belittle you or bully you. And when you start to really accept and love different facets of yourself, even the parts of you that you deem not as nice, right? Right? It's like we must accept our light and our shadow. You can't reject one or the other. And the more you do that, and the more you honor both aspects of self, the more you integrate that. And then you see your relationships are more harmonious. It doesn't mean you don't have a challenge, but you walk through it in a very healthy way of resolution, right? And so I feel like you're learning the difference between healthy resolution and unhealthy resolution and really deep acts of self-love. Because once you actually honor yourself and your truth, you really ground in a new reality. 4 of Wands. All right, Libra, let's see. Let's see your advice to close things off. So embrace these changes. Embrace all aspects of you. 10 of Cups. Libra. Saving the best for last. This is your advice. So your relationships. A lot of you are investing in emotional fulfillment. So this is what it's all about this month. Emotional fulfillment, Libra. What does that require of you? Honesty. Self-honesty and honesty with others. And authenticity. Ooh, wow, I didn't expect to see that. Yeah, I would say be careful. There are some people. See, 10 of Cups is our family, everybody. All right. Be careful investing in people that are sneaky, all right, that you cannot trust. Now that just snuck up on me. Why is the 7 of Swords here with Libra's kumbaya vibe? Why is the 7 of Swords here? And this is also, I think, a lesson. Ooh, okay, I get it. They're emphasizing this. See people's true colors, all right? There are times in life where you need to have healthy boundaries and times when you don't, where you need to have compassion and have mercy, right, for certain individuals. But it doesn't mean you become a doormat or you don't speak up and you don't say what's on your mind and speak from your heart. I do think that you're ending an era, 10 of Cups, we're at this end of this 9-year cycle where your next cup, right, you moving forward, is the lessons that you have learned, where you're no longer going to invest in shady people, Libra, shady experiences, where you know the difference. You can discern it now. You've learned Libra, this is amazing. This is amazing. And maybe your inner circle gets tighter because of it, but at least it's close-knit and it's authentic. And that's what you need, Libra. You need people around you that support you, that love you unconditionally, that can show compassion, that are true of heart, that vibe at your level. All right, Libra. So I do believe that there is somebody or somebodies that you know, right? You see the secrets, you see the truth. Don't invest in people that you see now, right? You see. All right. I feel like this is, we're wrapping up a 9-year cycle where you've had to learn from this type of pattern, but you don't have to keep repeating it, Libra. Okay. This is a huge graduation mark. All right. Despite not seeing the World card or the Fool, I do believe because of the Wheel and the Chariot, you now are an empowered Libra. So good job. I'll see you in, October's read. We'll get even a deeper dive because we'll be, I think, 3 weeks of Libra season for the beginning of October. So look for the next reading. It'll be a little bit more in depth, but I love touching in today and doing a great job, Libra. Keep at it. Keep working it. Okay? Take care. Namaste.